In 1909, a man named G.E. Kincaid made a discovery so powerful it threatened the foundation of American history. Deep inside a cave within the Grand Canyon were Egyptian-style artifacts, golden statues, and even mummified bodies, all in Arizona. But instead of rewriting history, the Smithsonian erased it. This is the story they tried to bury in America's heartland. The Grand Canyon is not just a natural wonder, it is the site of one of the greatest archaeological cover-ups in history. Egyptian tombs, hieroglyphs, idols, and entire underground complexes were discovered by G.E. Kincaid in 1909 and immediately seized by the Smithsonian. These findings connect ancient Kemet directly to the Americas, proving that America is not just the New World, it is the first world. The indigenous Americans were the original pyramid builders, not the students of another land, but the teachers. Headline: Explorations in Grand Canyon, remarkable finds indicate ancient people migrated from the Orient. Phoenix Gazette, April 5, 1909. Details: described G.E. Kincaid's discovery of underground chambers containing mummies, copper weapons, stone tablets with hieroglyphs, and a Buddha-like statue. Smithsonian's role. The article claims the Smithsonian Institution was overseeing the dig under Professor S.A. Jordan, yet decades later denied all involvement. Conclusion: if the article was fake, why was the area suddenly sealed, and why does the Smithsonian refuse to release any related documentation? The location was immediately restricted. Fact: federal government designated the region around Kincaid's site as a no-access zone. Key peaks named Isis Temple, Ra Pyramid, Tower of Set, all named by explorer Clarence Dutton in the 19th century. Source: USGS topographical maps and National Park Service access logs. Conclusion: these are not random names. They reveal a known sacred geography that mirrors Egypt. Egyptian presence in the southwest. Artifacts: reports of Egyptian-style relics, scarabs, ankhs, basalt tablets, found in Colorado, New Mexico, and Arizona. See Barry Fell, America, BC, and Warren Cook, The Discovery of Lost America. Testimonies: local tribal elders reported seeing tall, dark-skinned men with sun symbols long before colonization. Conclusion: cultural contact or direct lineage from an American priesthood that later influenced Egypt. Oral histories of the Hopi and Zuni tribes. Documentation: Book of the Hopi by Frank Waters, 1963, documents legends of the ant people who saved humanity by taking them underground during cataclysm. Comparative mythology: similar to Egyptian stories of Duat, underworld, and tunnels used to preserve knowledge during floods. Conclusion: these are not myths. They are encoded memory. Pyramids and structures along the Colorado Plateau. Evidence: pyramid-shaped buttes and stepped formations photographed by early explorers like John Wesley Powell and Charles Dutton. Survey data: multiple anomalies consistent with man-made construction. Suppressed geological surveys from the 1930s and aerial photos confirm this. Conclusion: this was an ancient complex, a city of temples built before colonization. Smithsonian's pattern of erasure. Reports: 1880s to 1920s. Smithsonian ethnology reports include finds of giant skeletons, 7 feet, 12 feet, and oversized tools. Whistleblower Dr. Vine Deloria Jr., Lakota scholar, noted in 2000, many important finds are quietly taken away by institutions that determine what the public is allowed to know. Conclusion: the Smithsonian selectively curates history to maintain a Eurocentric narrative. America, the true Kemet al-Kem. Linguistic link: Kem, black land, matches the rich, fertile Mississippi River Valley, the spiritual twin of the Nile. Spiritual systems: the 42 laws of Ma'at align with mound builder laws and solar priest codes. See works by Dr. David Imhotep, the first Americans were Africans. Conclusion: the Nile civilization is a younger echo of the Mississippi culture. The Grand Canyon is a gateway, the path to the old world. Cavern networks. Kincaid described stairways descending thousands of feet. Similar cave systems exist in Mexico, Peru, and the Andes. Ancient maps: Peary Race Map, 1513, and Mercator's polar projection hint at global underworld tunnel routes. Elder testimonies: Hopi say their ancestors migrated beneath the earth and returned when surface life became safe. Conclusion: the Grand Canyon was not just a sacred space, it was a terminal on a global network. What walking to Africa really means. Spiritual and physical claim: elders say we could walk to Africa from here. Interpretation: Earth was one continent, Pangea, pre-flood. Ancient civilizations preserved intercontinental access via tunnels and portals. Supporting texts: esoteric works like the Smoky God and Simi's theory support hollow Earth and inner Earth migrations. Conclusion: America and Africa were physically and spiritually connected, and may still be, under the right alignment. But clearly based on structures and artifacts that the melanated beings from the Americas have an older and rich history than Africa. Everything has been told to us inside out and upside down. Why didn't the Native Americans tell us that one of the oldest tribes on the planet was in the Americas? Why don't they talk about the pygmy kingdoms in the Americas? A gumbo of melanated species of people and giants came from this land. They buried the mummies, they locked the caves, they renamed the temples, but they could not erase the stones. The Grand Canyon holds more than sediment and scenery. It holds memory. The memory of a people, a priesthood, a nation of solar architects who were here before time had a name, and they are still here. Walking, breathing, remembering, and perhaps the path to Africa is not across the ocean, but through the earth itself, through the same tunnels your ancestors once walked, when America stood as the first and greatest land of man.